Hey guys, it's your host, Alanna, here to spill the tea. And welcome back to the Sassy and Classy podcast. Thank you for tuning in, and let's get into it. Welcome back to the Sassy and Classy podcast. We have a great guest today. We got my good friend, Tone Zupa.
What up?
And we got someone in the audience for the first time. Shout out Will.
Shout out Will.
Just a quick shout out to Sophia. Love you, girl. Obviously, I'm here on the couch by myself, and it's going to be that way for the near future. Miss Sophia, the iconic fashion designer, is doing just that. So she wants to focus on that, and that's totally fine with me. Before anybody asks, there was no fallout. There's no beef. Obviously, she's one of my best friends. And that's it. So just wanted to address that. We are on episode 12 with Tony Zupa, brother.
What is up?
What is up? So, Tone.
Who am I?
Who are you?
So, sum it up. Say a local artist that is focused in screen printing. Mm-hmm. And t-shirts are definitely my main source or my main medium.
Yep.
But I mean, I do a lot. Like, it's not just t-shirts. I also it's a business. It's an art. I don't know. It's a blend of. There's a balance. And I'm still finding it, but to be simple, I would just say I'm an artist.
Okay. I was gonna say I would just put you in that box as an artist because you have a fashion sense. You have your own brands, not just clothing. You have sunglasses, all under obviously the same brand.
Prada. Totally bootleg, dude.
Yo, I gotta tell you, one of my friends the other day, I was wearing the sunglasses. Downbad, his brand, which we'll get to. And she was like, "Are those the Coach glasses?" And I was like, "No, they're my friend Tone's."
Like, those look just like
Those
Prada.
look like Prada, like the Coach ones. And I was like, "No, honestly, they're."
It's like, yes, they are, honey. I just completely took the concept and made it cheap, which is, it goes with the whole like party. Like, who wants to go wear $400 glasses to the rave, right? You drop them, someone steps on them, it's like,
and you're screwed.
No one even knows. Like,
And honestly, they're amazing.
no one knows.
They're great.
They're gonna know. No one's gonna know.
Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know. They're gonna know.
You're an artist, but you do a lot of things in that, I guess, realm, right?
Yeah.
So you screen print, graphic design. Do you also paint? I thought you paint.
I did dabble in painting because I had to. I took a painting course, and the teacher rizzed me up. Like, he was like, "Dude, this is amazing. Like, you're abstract. Like, are you an abstract person?" I'm like, "Yeah. Like, I screen print." And it was definitely humbling because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing at all. And I think because I did not know what I was doing so much, I just focused on what I liked and painted what I liked in an abstract way. And he loved it.
Dope.
I was like, "Oh, this is really cool." Because most kids that go to these art schools like Uconn, I guess, they just paint these still lifes and they all look the same.
Yeah.
So the professor, he's just like, "Oh yeah, you got the color right. Oh, this is good." But when you do abstract, it's whatever your brain, your specific mind is comprehending. So
Right.
Abstract,
whatever you see.
If you can make good abstract art, you're good.
You're good.
But if you can make good still life art, I think that's, I don't know.
More like.
I just think a lot more people can do that than abstract. So it's like.
Yeah, abstract's different,
balance. It's all about balance.
Okay. So you have painted, screen print.
I do. I love DJing, honestly.
He also likes DJing, and you also like photography.
I like photography, yeah.
Okay.
Specifically film. I like film.
Yeah.
I don't like dealing with all the settings and just film makes you slow down. So you're like, okay, I have 36 photos. You just really think about each shot and you take your time. Cause it's, I don't know, there's just I like just imperfect. I like not relying on perfect. I hate when stuff has to be perfect. Even with screen printing, I started with it doing shirts for other businesses and it sucked. I'd make a misprint. I'm like, damn, so I just lost $10 because I have to go print another shirt. Where I'll make a misprint for myself and I'm like, I like this. Let's just run this. add like 10 other prints to it, and then like someone messages me like, dude, like, can I buy that? Like, I love this. Like, how did you do that? I'm like, I don't know. I just was like testing, experimenting.
Yeah.
So like,
and just using your creative flow and
it's just like.
Yeah, I feel that. Film is dope.
Yeah, like not having like a set, just like, constantly experimenting. That's my whole process. Is like, what could happen, and just showing up.
Yeah.
Show up to the studio and work. Like, it's not that hard.
What did I even ask?
I don't even know. I think, mediums. Like, what have I done? Screen printing, graphic design. Guess you could say I DJ. But, like, I don't like to say I DJ. Like, I DJ for my friends. I don't want to be like, book me for this gig.
Well, hold on a second. Because you were really good at DJing.
No, I love it.
And if you guys ever want to go to Tone's house at 3 a.m., that's where you will see him DJ the most.
I do like that boiler room after party setting. I will say it's fun.
Yeah.
But I mean, I did DJ 75 Center for New Year's Eve because they needed a DJ.
You've DJ'd a couple people's parties.
Yeah, it was really. I got a really good response, but I realized that's not what I want to do.
Ooh.
I don't want to just be like, oh, here's $300. Like, can you come, like, give people a good night? Like, I want to just find a way to, like, incorporate my art into DJing. So, like, throw a Halloween party, for example. DJ the Halloween party, sell the art, sell the clothes. Like, kind of find a balance between making art, showing my art, but then also, like, still living that
entertaining
party. Entertaining it, like, living that party lifestyle. Just, like, staying true to the brand, but, like, not being fake. Like, I'm like, this is really what I do.
Right.
Like, I go to school, I make art, I enjoy making art, and I love music, and this is what I, like, it's not like, it's not fake. Like, everyone's like so focused on TikTok DJs. Like, no.
Yeah.
Don't support that.
You don't want to put yourself in like one box. You want to put yourself in a box where everything is in it. Let's break that down a little bit because you just said a lot, obviously.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's fine. So your brand, you have Wavy Oaks.
Yes, the OG.
You have Downbad. So you have two brands. Essentially. Under one umbrella. Which is Wavy Oaks. See, I just learned that.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. So Wavy Oaks, xoxo
is the actual LLC. Screen printing. That's like what started like, okay, I'm a local business. I want T-shirts made. I'm going to go to Wavy Oaks Co. LLC. They're going to print me T-shirts. Yeah. Did that for like a year and a half. It was cool. Had like a baseball team as a client. Like, made good money.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Then I was like I said, like, this sucks. Like, everything has to be perfect. I'm just a small dude in the shop, like, going to college. Like, why am I doing this? And then COVID is when everything changed because I just got to, like, take a step back, take classes at any Uconn campus. That was the biggest thing. So I'm like, oh, photography? Like, I'll take this photography class. Like, it's online. Like, I'll learn something. Maybe just shoot some loco. Downbad wasn't really a thing yet, but shoot some Downbad. And, like, the ball, it's like, once the ball starts rolling, you know, like, the momentum, that was all I needed. I took those, like, online classes during COVID for art, and I was like, oh, my God, I'm changing my major, like, right now.
Wait, so what was your major before?
Psychology.
Oh, right, you said that.
I was like, I don't know. Like,
well, that's like what everybody goes into before you figure out, like, what's good with what, like.
I can't do math, so, like, the business math courses were so hard. I'm like, I'm running my own business already. Like, I'm making money. So I'm like, this is so stupid. Like, why am I going to college for this? My advisor was like, go for psychology. Like, you can learn how to, like, understand people better. It's good.
You can learn how to read people.
It's good for business. I was like, okay.
Yeah, but so is everything else.
I was doing that. And, like I said, COVID just, you got that. I took that step back, took these art classes, just kept doing it. And then it got to the point where it was like, okay, like, nothing is online. You have to go to Uconn Storrs. And I was like, I'm not going to Uconn Storrs. I'm like 23 years old now. Like, I don't want to go up there. Yeah. And then, whatever, I just did it. I was like, all right, this is what I need. Like, embrace the fear. And it's the best thing I've ever done. Like, for my career is being creative and just my overall being. Just me. Like, yeah. Like, it's, if I didn't do that, I don't know what I'd be doing right now.
Right. Because, like, I asked you this question before, about, hitting creative roadblocks, which I think is a really important question to ask. Have you ever hit a creative roadblock or just have gotten literally so unmotivated or just kind of like burnt out, like you said, when you've given me the advice? You would say what to that?
So I just always say change your environment. Like this summer is a great example where like I was working on all these projects, taking summer classes to graduate on time, and like going back to Uconn, like I just noticed like, oh, like I need to change my environment. Like you get stuck in a routine or just being comfortable, and like it's just not, like you need to change your scene.
Yeah.
Like I said, even go to like on a 4-hour road trip, go on an hour road trip. Like we live in Connecticut, so go to New York, take the train, like just experience life. And like being an artist too, or a creative person, you start focusing on like, for me, it's like graphic designs, like signs. So like in New York, you'll just see all these like terribly designed signs or really good design signs. And like, I don't know, just take a photo, look at it later. Like there's just, I find inspiration like in everything. Like what
do you find inspiration in my basement right now?
There's not many, I'm a logo guy.
There's
so
nothing down here. So basically, get out and go somewhere else, escape for a little bit, come back and like refresh your brain, hit that refresh button. I literally,
enjoy the world.
Get out there,
have fun,
hit the town,
don't be
somewhere
afraid
else.
To, like, loosen up. I always love Tyler the Creator because like he's so big on like,
he was in my dream last night. So weird
like,
you said
why
that.
do people try and be too cool? Like I hate that. Like just be you. Like if you feel something, if you're like inspired off something and no one else likes it or no one thinks it's cool, like just do it. Like do it for yourself. Like,
that is literally a tone core. It's like
I just do everything for me. I don't do anything for anyone else.
Yeah, and you're just like unapologetically yourself.
Yeah.
And like I'm the same way, so I think that's why we're just really like we're good friends.
It comes off kind of arrogant sometimes, and like I'm always like I'm sorry, especially if I'm like super drinking. Or,
no,
like,
if you're drunk,
out.
you become an actual asshole.
Probably.
But like not in like an actual.
No, I just say how I'm really feeling.
Oh really? I have you've called me some questionable things.
Sorry.
So
no, I take that back.
That's fine. I don't give a fuck.
But like
I'm like the last person to give a fuck. But
I'm like, like I don't like that.
Yeah.
And this is why.
Yeah.
Where if I'm like just stoned, I'm like, I don't like that.
And I don't want you to be around because I can't be around people.
But,
I can't be around people when I'm stoned.
Yeah. Like I'm like an introvert / extrovert. Like I need
amnivert or whatever they say.
Like, one day on, or what is it, like 6 days on, 1 day off?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need like.
Well, you got to recharge.
Yeah, 1 day off.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
I'm kind of every other day.
Yeah.
I'm every other day these days. That's why I didn't go out last night, because
that sounds healthy.
I was gonna go out last night and then I was like, I'm podcasting, like I should probably just get a good night's sleep and hit the gym and be like the routine like we talked about, like be normal.
There's me.
So I was like,
I'm gonna go to West Hartford for the first time. Black out and find my way home.
What are they called? West Hartford? Weehaw.
It was fun. I had a good time.
Wait, did you go like downtown on the strip?
Sparrow?
I've been there.
Was it Sparrow? Sparrow. Fire. Remember DJ Mavericks? He used to DJ at like Center Street. O'Connor's.
I've probably been. Don't even know.
Brookfield.
No, I don't even know what Brookfield is.
He was DJing there.
I know what Brookfield is.
I was like, all right, like, it's pretty good. It's a good crowd. Like he had a good gig. I'll give it.
What
to
was
him.
it like? More like house music, like a mix.
It was tech house. I was like,
oh,
of
course, Tone loves that.
I was like, this is like.
That's.
But like, not like all right. Anyone could DJ tech house, minimal tech, all like whatever. Like it's corny to do that now. It's dying down. The crowd loved it. That is hard to find a crowd that big. The line was out the door. Like. Bar New Haven doesn't even play music like that. Like, it was good.
Do you think that Connecticut has kind of limited your abilities to grow or become like big in like the art industry?
Yes and no. Connecticut's a great location to be. Like, New York's a train ride away, right?
Yeah.
But like, you gotta like put yourself in those situations. So like, being in like I'm from the Valley area, like you get comfortable. So like I get stuck doing the same things, inspired off the same things. I'm like hanging out with the same people, obviously you see. So I think,
no, actually I don't.
I just think that is what's held me back, and like going to Uconn, like making new friends, meeting new people. I've just realized, like, okay, like so many people, even professors, have been like, go out west. Like I could see you in like San Diego, Arizona, Colorado. Like you just gotta try it. It's always different reasons. It's like your personality, or it's like no, like they love house music out there. Like it's never like one reason. And I've been to like Scottsdale, loved it. Never been to San Diego. LA was like, San Francisco was like,
Can never
Never
find me
been
in
to
LA.
Colorado though, so I gotta check out Colorado. I don't know, like I really like Connecticut. Like I just
Me
like
too.
being around here. Like I was explaining to Will because he's from Mass. Like brought him to Colony Grill. He's like, this is really cool. Like this is what you've been talking about. I'm like, I told you. Like it's a good vibe. Like it's different because we got like weird looks. Like people are all dressed up. They're looking at us. I'm like, it's not like this in Milford. Like,
I don't know if I have anybody from West Hartford that listens to my podcast,
Sorry.
but sorry if there is. I feel like out there, people dress up so hard because it's really not the nicest place.
like
So like they're just like, oh, I'm popping out.
Like-
Let me dress in a suit like I'm going to a wedding and
yeah, everyone
La, la,
was
la.
really,
Like-
the girls had like $1,000 dresses on. I'm like, you look beautiful, but like you have a lot of makeup on and your dress looks like really expensive. So like you better look good in that thing. Like you just put all like that was every girl, and I was like, this is crazy. Like you go to like, I mean,
shout out to them.
no, I'm not.
Go do your thing, girl.
Do your
But
thing. But I'm just saying, like you go to Ted's and it's like,
don't be giving them bad looks because they're wearing what they're wearing right now.
Yeah, like,
there's nothing wrong with
I
that.
like to be like I'm just bumming like
He's literally wearing his own shit.
down bad.
All right, so Tone, your LLC Wavy Oaks, WOCO.
Woco. Wavy Oaks essentially started. Shout out Felly, Fairfield County vibes. It was like 2016. We went to his show, and I was very inspired off his friend Kyle because he started this brand called Washed Apparel. Was selling it. They're all wearing the clothes, like comfort colors, like typical like frat boy vibes, but like not frat boy like it was like sick logos, like sick art, like abstract, and I was like, there's no way they made this. Like they made this themselves, like in Connecticut. Next day, whatever, I'm just chilling with my boy Ed, and we're trying to think of a name, and I'm like, okay, I want Wavy to be in the name because like 2016, like Wavy just felt right. And I wanted company. So I wanted Wavy something company. And I was so set on palm trees, which is like also funny because West Coast. But it didn't make sense for Connecticut. So my boy was like, oaks, like the Connecticut tree is the white oak or something like that. And I was like, Wavy Oaks Co. Like that kind of flows. I'm like, WOCO.
Period.
And like we literally were like, that's it. We made the Twitter account, made the Instagram account, and just started going. I was not a graphic designer at the time. So I had met this kid that was like 2 years older than me, and he went to Boulder for like a year and came back. And I ran into him like just strictly off car talk. Like we both had, he had like a 240, I had a Golf R. And I think I had just gotten my Miata. Connected on that. And yeah, I was like, I don't know, like, I think he saw my post. He was like, oh, like, I like this vision. And I kind of explained to him what I want to do. And he's like, yeah, I'm a graphic designer. I'm like, like it was just like butterfly effect. I was like, this is crazy. I'll have to send you the logos that he made because like looking back at them, it's just so crazy because it was just like a tree, and it just said like Wavy Oaks and like a basic font that was definitely free, and then like WOCO and like Times New Roman, but he like
Not the Times New Roman.
like they were good. Like he, like, I'll give him credit, but like he was just like not gaslighting me, but he was just like keeping me going, like trying to like get money out. Like he wasn't just giving me what I wanted because he wanted to just keep getting money out of me, and it was pissing me off. So like it motivated me to just like, I'm like, dude,
do it
I'll
yourself.
do it myself.
Period.
And my designs were so bad for like a year. I want to say like 2 years. And then 2019, I fell down like a rabbit hole. I love Coca-Cola and Pepsi designs. I found out like Coca-Cola hired like the best graphic designers of every single generation to make all their ads.
Of course.
So I fell down this like dark hole of just like searching these designers like Paul Ram, like Steven Lander, so like just these big time graphic designers that like did work for all these companies. And I was like, oh my God, like I want to be a graphic designer. So like I just started like designing, not for like Wavy Oaks, but more like I want to go to school for this, but like don't think I'll ever be able to do this. And like
That's wild.
That just like it just fueled it. Like that was just what kept me going. Like I was.
That is wild.
I'm gonna put out this collection inspired off Coca-Cola designs, and like people loved it. They're like, this is so cool. Like did a bunch of tie dyes. So I'm doing that. That has a good response. My really good friend Ricky, who grew up in New Jersey, was friends with these kids. Like they grew up in like they had a lot of money, like trust fund money type stuff. And one of his buddies wanted to start a brand. It was a hockey thing. So I was like, oh yeah, I got you. Like, let's do this. Like,
So you made him a
he
logo.
wanted to start a whole brand. He just wanted me, like, to whatever I was doing for Woco at the time. He's like, do this for me. Dude, it took me in a private jet to Miami. Like,
Did I know you would?
You didn't know me. I was 2021. So we go to Miami, puts us up on this whole thing. I made all the shirts, the logo designs. Yeah, we threw this yacht party. Supreme Patty showed up on a jet ski.
Will's like, what? Private life did you
No,
live?
it was crazy.
Like what?
That definitely changed my perception. I was like, okay, like my art got me like on a private jet, 21. Like it was cool. Like it felt good. But like it wasn't like there was more. All respect to like all those kids. But he did not like see the vision. Building a brand is not for the weak. Like it's a long process. So you have to just be consistent. There's going to be ups and downs, and like people are going to doubt you, make fun of you. He didn't. I don't think he liked that, and like just wanted to be right at the top. Like wanted to skip, you know, like it just wasn't worth it. Just spend 80 grand and then try and sell a T-shirt for like $40. Like that makes no.
You're not gonna get a return on investment anytime soon, buddy.
It just made no sense. But like. It worked. Like people believed in the vision. Like we built this brand, and it was like it was.
That is wild.
It was funny, right?
How did I not know about this? See, this is great.
2 months later, yeah, I ended up going back to Miami, not with those dudes, all my own friends. We did our own thing. Obviously, not as crazy as the stuff we did with those kids. But that's when I started down bad because I was coming off this kick of like, I put all this energy into this other kid's thing. It was working. I saw the vision. Like. I need to do something different. Like Wavy Oaks, Woco could always be a thing, but like it doesn't have like a substance. Then Down Bad came during just being down bad, like just living the down bad lifestyle, and then the graphics just got better and better and just more relatable. Like let's drown ourselves in alcohol. Like
It really does fit you, Tone. Like there's nothing bad about you other than the fact that you know
like to have fun.
Just yeah, dude.
Life of the party.
Tone is that dude. To go into that just fits you so well, and I feel like what you're saying is it kind of like grew into that.
It started out as a joke, like, oh, Tone's down bad. Like, look at him, like 2 days drinking, and then I was like, oh my god, like. Tone's down bad. But like he's being really, really productive, and it's like he's branding this down. Why is he going so hard on down? Like people were just so confused because like I've been doing Wavy Oaks, did this RLD thing, and now I'm just like down bad. They're like, is this the next thing? I'm like, no, like I'm just having fun. Like,
oh really?
I'm like I'm literally just throwing down bad on clothes. Like what's the problem? They're like, oh, it's fine. Like there's no problem.
What's the problem?
Like, I'm like, I just like they're like, you're starting another brand. Like ha ha ha. I'm like, no, I'm not.
Ew.
Like, that was the original reaction. And then I just kept going, and then they're like,
and here you are.
oh, like, okay, like down bad.
First of all, that bucket hat, you need to make more.
This is a sample.
I need that.
It came out really good.
Yeah, I really need that. Just letting you know, I will buy it.
Coming soon.
Fire.
I got into like Alibaba manufacturing, which like people like love to talk down on, but like it's
really?
very like they're just like, oh, you're getting it made in China. I'm like, everything you buy is
made in China.
It's just all about how you talk to the manufacturer. Like people don't realize how hard it is to speak to these people in China. I'd be like, I want the logo here, this size and this length, and like. You got to make tech packs. It's so much work, and like people just think it's so easy. Like, oh, I have an idea for a brand. Like, and they show me a logo, and then like they want to print it on a Gildan shirt. I'm like, this is, I also learned this at Uconn. Like, you could screen print, right? I'm just using screen printing because that's what I know. You could screen print a design on a printer, on a sheet of printer paper, and it's gonna look like shit. The colors are gonna be terrible. Like, everything's gonna look bad. You buy like a $10 piece of like canvas, like high quality paper, it's gonna look amazing. Like it's just the way the ink sits. Like it's meant to be screen printed on.
Right.
That's like when like I buy like high quality blanks.
Yeah.
My art just looks better because of the canvas.
The t-shirts that you also get are like high quality.
I'm not gonna give it away, but
No, don't. I'm not asking you to. They're very like thick,
yeah.
but like not, but
Too
like
thick, yeah.
not too thick.
They don't shrink.
They don't shrink.
They don't shrink.
I have like 2.
And they're made.
That's the only reason why I'm saying
They're
that.
made in LA. That's all I'll say. Made in LA, printed in CT.
Yeah.
So
So
only my hats are made in China.
and your sunglasses.
And my socks.
Do you have socks?
Do you have socks?
Tone?
And my socks. Forgot about those.
Nah, bro. Cause I don't know why I know everything you have, but like. You know, but you always do.
That's
Tone
the best
wears his
part.
own shit. It's
Like-
like that's such a goal.
Yeah, like I didn't
in
realize
life.
that until like 2 years ago, maybe a year
Yeah,
ago.
it's like the Nelk boys. They wear their own
Yeah,
shit.
like, but like it's like not corny. Like
It's
that
dope.
guy today was like looking at your shirt at college. He's like, I like that down bad. And like I never say anything, but I was like, it's him. Like,
Oh man, I would be
made
like, it was him.
I'm like, well, like why are you doing me?
Because you need to do word of mouth.
No, see,
I'm trying to tell him he
I
needs.
don't know. You guys could like tell me how you feel about this.
Okay.
But like when someone like when I like something and they're like, I made this, I'm usually like, oh, well, this guy's a little cocky. So now what I do, because I bought the domain downbad.info.
Period.
I'm like, I got it on downbad.info. I just act like it's just a cool, like go check it out.
Okay,
I
that's
don't
humble.
even act like it's me.
That's humble.
And people like really like it. At Uconn, we were at a Darty, and I heard day drinking. Mad people went on the web. They didn't buy anything, but they're like, this website? I'm like, yeah. They like save it. I'm like, this is cool. I'm like, they have no idea it's me. At first, I'm like, I have a clothing brand. Now I'm like, don't ever say that again. Like people are like, he has a clothing brand. I'm like, shut up. I'm like, I make art and I print on T-shirts. It could be printed on anything. And they're like, okay. I don't want to be known as like the corny kid that like
First of all,
screen prints T-shirts. Like I
You're
really
not-
love this shit.
I don't know if I've ever like.
Heard someone say it's corny.
Well, yes, but I've also never. I don't know like what other brands like outwardly say that they screen print their stuff.
Ass Pizza. He's pretty well known.
What is it?
His name's Ass Pizza. It's
Ass pizza.
He's like a see like shout out
Like
shout out Philip
ASS
Post,
Pizza?
Dirtbag, Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Oh.
That's who. Like, he's a big inspiration.
I'm just a teenage dirtbag, babe.
No, like Dirtbag was another big inspiration. Like I think I was 2014. How old was I? 15. Yeah, I was 15.
Yeah.
I was buying like FTP, and then this brand Dirtbag's like doing a collab with him, and I'm like, damn, like Bridgeport, Connecticut, like it's just always it always just. Comes
Why have I
down-
never heard of this guy?
He's just underground. Like it's like if you know, you know. He's
Wait.
like one of the first kids that was really screen print T-shirts by himself, and he's
Okay.
from Connecticut.
What is your goal for
I get this a
for
lot, okay.
for? I guess Woco because that is the LLC and like Downbad is the is a brand.
I want to keep doing what I'm doing, obviously, but I don't want to like sell out in the form. Like I want to be involved in projects that like I believe in. So like, if someone has a vision, and I believe in it, right? Just like I have ideas for it, I'll get involved, send them logos, help them do whatever. Money is like not important. Like I don't care about being like, I'm worth like $1,000 a look. Like, no, like I don't care. If you're my friend, if I like you, if I like what you're doing, I'll get involved. Creative marketing is like something that's becoming more popular. I realize is like being in the marketing department, but you're the creative. Like, so I basically want to position myself as like anyone can do it, but like this is my style. When I was a freshman in college, my goal was to go to like Uconn, Waterbury, Stanford for like a year, and then transfer to FIT for fashion design. So that was when I thought I wanted to be a fashion designer, not a graphic designer. And then when I met you, you were like, oh, I went to FIT. And I was like, tell me more. So now this is my excuse for you
Opportunity.
to brain dump on me.
I never knew it existed
Oh.
up until the year before I started to attend because I was at a community college. I started getting into fashion and like liking fashion or just like caring about my fashion sense when I was probably like 18. So I was like pretty new, really new. Like I really didn't have much interest in it up until I woke up one day and I was like, I really like want to start taking my fashion seriously. So basically like I just like started finding that I had some type of passion in fashion and like that's kind of like where I went down. So when I was at Gateway Community College, I was like,
Well, that's a good school for art.
yeah, Gateway.
They have Dags, Uconn professor, was like gassing up how they have like the
Gateway's the best.
Dark rooms.
Oh, dark rooms.
Like our dark room at Uconn is like a closet. So sketchy.
No, I've been in the
claustrophobic.
dark room at Gateway. It's
Apparently it's state of the art.
It's ginormous. I don't know if they've made it changes since. I'm sure they have since they've gotten more money. But I only have had city college experiences. Like I've never gone to a school or a college that was in a rural area like Tone, like Uconn, and like Will. I mean, I was supposed to go to Keene State.
Oh,
So let
that's
me
in the middle of nowhere.
let me start there. Like I wasn't the best at school. Like up until like junior year of high school, I just didn't give a fuck. I had really severe ADD, and I started actually like treating that when I was a junior in high school. So then everything just changed for me, right? So then I had like I don't even know, like a 3-2 maybe at the end of senior year. I had no idea what I wanted to do. So I was like, let me go to Keene State. What am I good at? Chemistry.
Oh
I got an A+ in chemistry in high school. So I was like, I'm really good at that. I'm really good at math and writing and whatever. So I was like, I mean, chemistry, math, there's some writing involved. Like, let me just go there, whatever. So my dad paid the deposit, and I ended up not going 2 days before I graduated high school. So that means I was supposed to go like in like 2 months after that. So my dad was fucking pissed, whatever. So I go to Gateway.
Neighbors are pissed.
I'm still like really good at writing. I'm still really good at math. And I'm like, what the fuck do I want to do with this? Because I didn't even major in anything at Gateway. 'Cause it was just like applied science, like whatever. So one day I'm on the train with a couple people going to Stanford, getting drunk at like 17, 18 years old. And I meet this girl, and I'm like, I have this bottle of champagne. I'm like, you want some? And she's like sitting across the aisle. She's like, yeah, sure. I start getting to know her. She goes, oh, I'm on my way back to school. I'm like, where's your school?
No way.
And she goes, FIT, like Fashion Institute of Technology. And I go, there's a fashion school around here? I just kid you not. I call my dad. I go, Dad, I know where I want to go. He goes, let's start it. So then I applied. I got in.
Wow.
So what the application process, if you went for design, you would have had to have a whole portfolio.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. For me, I had to write an essay. Obviously, it was flawless. And I had to just do my transcripts, and that was it. So I learned Excel. I'm a whiz in Excel. Like, it's really applied to the job that I do now, you know, but it's not like fashion. So it's like, I'm starting to realize, like, maybe, like, I am passionate about fashion, but, like, I'm more passionate about, like, media, social media, which I always have been since I got a Facebook in 5th grade. Like, I don't regret, like, anything that I've ever done, but, like, I wish, because, like, the PR program at FIT is so good. And, like, I just, like, kind of wish I, like, knew myself a little bit more than I did then to, like, go into PR instead of buying and planning, but here I am now anyway. It all comes into full circle eventually.
I really like how you said that, because when I like all right, so I was at Uconn Stanford. I'm taking all these classes, right?
Oh, I didn't know. Wait, did I know you when you went to Uconn Stanford?
I was at Uconn Waterbury, and then during COVID, everything's online. So I was taking classes in Storrs, Stanford, and Waterbury, like whatever just I needed. But the art classes were only in Stanford and Storrs. So I'm taking those online, loving it. Find out you could do digital media design in Stanford. Super hard to get into, like 60 kids get in at a time. And like, it's because you're so close to the city and it's a really small campus. I applied to get into the Stanford one because I was like, at the time, like my boy was living in Stanford. I was living there with him, not living there, but like crashing on his couch because it was walking distance.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, I could see myself living in Stanford, finishing my degree here. I got the city right there. It was a perfect storm. When I applied for the DMD program at Stanford, it was like a portfolio of your 6 best items and like a minute-long video explaining like pretty much your life.
Oh my gosh.
And it was like a 500-word essay about a cave. So you had to have like, you could have drawn, you could either drawn whatever, like painted, anything.
A cave? Or wrote about a cave?
And made a story about it.
Did you write about it, or did you draw it, or did you paint it?
I
Or
just found a random photo and like wrote this crazy story about like 2 kids like going in a cave and like one goes missing and then like
okay.
yeah, it was like I don't know.
So original.
No, but then like the kid came back like 6 months later and was like rich as fuck. I don't know, like
Oh, okay.
It was kind of inspired off Minecraft. It was like,
Okay.
It was kind of cool. It was actually kind of cool. Long story short, like the response I got from the lady, I'll never forget it. It was like, "Hey Tony, like love your resume."
Tony.
Like she basically told me like I don't fit into the digital media design program. Like she basically told me the nicest way I'm an artist. Like I should go to Storrs. And like at that time, like hearing that, I was like,
Fuck my life.
this girl doesn't know me. Like I did a terrible job on this application process because
Oh
like
my God.
I made it so clear how much I want to be here and go to New York. And oh my God, God bless that woman, because I am so happy that I went up to Storrs, because Storrs is like a real art department. Like if you want to be an artist and like you're thinking Uconn is not the place for art,
Uconn.
wrong, bro. The professors there are amazing. Like so inspired. Like, I would refer to them, like reference them, like hit them up, like I think until they're gone. Like they're great. I will try and stay in contact with them. Like it's like that. I've never had a professor like where I'm like, this is a brother. Like this is a sister.
Yeah, like they care about you.
Like, this is like
Like
they don't view me as a student. They view me as like a creative person that's young, and like they get to teach me, and they get to like just guide me. But my point is like that whole thing. So she says this to me, right? And I'm like, damn, I just did all this work. I put this whole portfolio together. Like, that was so much work. I got to do it again. And, like, when I go and look at the art programs at Storrs, right? So there's BA in art, and then there's BFA, which when you choose BFA, you have to choose a concentration. So, like, printmaking, graphic design, photo and video. I'm looking at the plan of study. And for the BA, I have everything done. Besides the art classes, the couple I need. The BFA, it was like, you have to do this. Like, there was a lot more that still had to be done. So I'm like, you know what? Like, let me just apply to the BA. Because the BA was like, write an essay why you like art. And like,
simple.
And like, you get in. The BFA was like, same thing, portfolio review, like a whole process. And I'd already been turned off from that whole
Because she said I wasn't, I don't belong.
I just went right for the BA. I got accepted within like a day. Like she emailed me back, like, you're in. I was like, what? Like, what do you mean? I was expecting this to take like a year. I was like, I don't have an apartment there. I don't want to commute to Storrs. Like, can I go next semester? She was like, yeah, you can do whatever you want. Like, you just been accepted. Like, she goes, but you should take a class at one of these campuses so you don't have to reapply. The only art class that they had at Uconn Stanford that I didn't take was art appreciation, the most basic art class, and art students aren't allowed to take it. It's so basic. Like we're
you should have just done it.
No, so I emailed the professor. I'm like, hey, because I know, like, I've been in college for so long. I know all the loopholes. I know if you get a code, you get in no matter what. Like you could be a freshman and you get a code for a senior class, you're in. Like it does not. You get the code. Like the code outweighs any sort of exempt, you know what I'm saying?
That's interesting.
It's hard to get the code, but if they give you the code, you're in.
What was? Don't say it. But what was it?
I don't know what the code was. It's like a random code.
Like mad.
Like say like she gets like 6 codes, like a semester. She chooses very wisely who gets those 6 codes. I made this whole little story. I'm like, hey, I just got accepted into this program. Like, I'm not ready to go up there. I really just need to take this class to stay enrolled. Blah blah blah. Lets me in. She goes, hey Tony, like great, like, yeah,
here's the code.
Here's the code. Boom. And
what the
so
fuck?
now like I'm a valid student. I know I'm accepted at Storrs. So I had a whole semester to like find an apartment. So I had Stanford, this one class, and then it was summer for 3 months. So I had like,
that's when you were.
I had so much time to figure it out. You want to get your master's?
I've thought about it, but I don't know in what, because everything that I want to do now will not ever transfer to anything that I did.
That's my whole point of my conversation there. See, this is my ADHD.
It's okay.
I could apply for this and like have to submit a portfolio, or I can go for purchasing and just write an essay. That was me, where I was like, I'll write the essay. Like, I have the portfolio. Like, I don't need it. I'm getting the BA degree right now, and I'm doing everything the BFA students are doing.
So, Tone, Downbad is more like, fits your brand, your lifestyle, right?
Dive bar aesthetic.
Dive bar aesthetic.
Cheeky.
What? This is where he starts saying crazy shit, so.
I'm kidding.
So,
3 beers in.
Yeah, I don't know what that means because I don't drink beer. I don't know how that would make me feel.
No.
Anyway, what are like the 3 characteristics that your friends would say fit you the best?
This is what I would assume people see. Degenerate, outgoing.
Yes. Agreed.
Degenerate, outgoing, and
I have one.
Spontaneous? Is that outgoing?
I would say like funny as fuck.
Funny, but like.
No, you're funny as fuck. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I just like to have a good time. if I like something, there's a reason I like it. So if I like someone or if I'm friends with someone, like, there's a reason we're friends. Like, obviously we connect.
Yeah.
I feel like we have a lot of similar interests, personalities.
Yeah.
If I don't like you, you know. Like, you know if Tone Zupa does not like you. Like, it's so clear.
Really?
I won't try
I don't think
and
I've
like
ever
you.
seen.
Oh my god.
I don't think
won't
I've
look
ever
at you.
seen this
It's like it is
in
what
real
it is.
life. We're wrapping this up,
Yeah, wrap it up.
and then we're gonna go get a drink somewhere.
We're going to Ale House. Meet us at the bar.
What is your biggest piece of advice for new creatives that want to go into like what you're into? Screen printing, art.
All right. Take the time. Do your research. Find what inspires you. Find what you love. Find why you love it. And then just double down. Like, if you love race cars and anime and trucks, I don't know. Like, if there's just something you like, find a way to bring all those worlds together. It might be corny. It might suck for the first 5 years. That's part of the creative journey. Like, just fail. Fail fast and fail a lot. And just don't, like, put your work out there. Like, the best thing I ever started doing was just showing my art. Like, I've been doing this for 8 years. I didn't start posting consistently until this summer, and like the feedback, the community I'm starting to build. Like, I should have been doing this the last like 6 years, but like at the same time,
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
not putting myself out there.
Yeah.
I learned so much other stuff. So like now I'm ready.
I think you're just at the age where it's like you're
Frontal lobe is developed.
I was gonna say that, but I wasn't gonna say that. But I was
feel
gonna
it.
say that. I don't see anyone really our age really like that really successful in their own passions, simply because they obviously had to go through trials and tribulations as a younger human being.
young. Money's
And like
tough.
we're super young, but we're also like reaching 30, which is normally when people say the 20s are like the fucking shitty years and the 30s are the best. So like that's what I'm saying. It's like 8 years, amazing. You know,
No, if I didn't
but,
start 8 years ago, oh my god, imagine me. I'd be like a cornball right now. Like, oh, I make Downbad clothes. Like, it'd be so stupid. Like, it's like you just have to start. Like, I started so long ago, and like the way I think, the way I process, the way I see clothes, the way I see design is like it's been a learned, taught process. Like, this did not happen overnight. Like,
So is there anything else you want to say to the Sassy and Classy audience other than how amazing this podcast experience was and how amazing I am at
no,
this?
this is lit. I want to go on more podcasts. We should start a podcast.
We can talk about that.
And yeah, like, stay creative. Connecticut's a dope place.
It is. And
There's a
forever,
lot of creative people around here.
whoever fucking says Connecticut sucks, honestly, get the fuck away from me.
No, like, stay creative. Keep networking. Like, don't let people shit on you. Like, oh, you drink too much. You go out to the bar. Like, I've made my best connections. My best
Networking and being
networking
hammered.
at the bars. Like, obviously, like, everything in moderation. I'm not saying blackout, ruin your life, get a deal. Like, don't do that. Like, Uber, like don't ruin your life. Like, there's moderation. Just have fun. Like, if you want something, go get it.
Go get it,
Nothing
brother.
can Stop you.
And then sit on it.
Sit on it. Get me a stump too while you're at it.
Well, on that note, thank you guys so much for tuning in to episode 12 of the Sassy and Classy podcast.
Yeah.
Love y'all. Tone, thanks for coming on. Better get me in that video, loser.
Noise.
All right, thank you
All right, peace
guys. Bye.